Hello fellow compatriots and welcome to yet another review. This is your host GWP here, and today we're going to be looking at the Bionicle gift with purchase MOC, Takua and Jala. Now, as a disclaimer right out of the way, this isn't like a build to go put flack on the designers that did the gift with purchase. I just wanted to go ahead and double my take on the Matoran build and see if I can incorporate a gear function or some sort of play feature, because I feel that was lacking, and also to emphasize a little bit more technique. But without further ado, we have some figures here. If you want to go ahead and hear more final thoughts, that will be at the end of the video. But first, let's go figure out how tall these guys actually are. Okay, Takua stands roughly about 3 inches tall, and the centimeter measurement will be right in the corner. Jala stands roughly about 3 1/8 of an inch tall, and centimeter measurement will be up in the corner. Now these two do come with accessories, so let's go into that. They come with 2 discs for throwing, which they will actually be able to throw. I'll show in a little bit. And they also come with a backpack. Now, this is dark azure to match with MNOG, and with the light azure for Takua's mask. Now, there's no printing on any of these. I just mainly built them with the parts that I had available to me. Jala also has a backpack, attaches a similar way. They have light piping. Not only that, let's go into the light piping. Takua has light piping in the eyes. When you go ahead and put a light on the top, it will illuminate. Now, light piping is kind of pointless considering you can't see the eyes through the mask, but you know, it's the novelty. Now, let's go into articulation. Ball joint here, hinge, ball joint at the head. And same with the other side. Now to go into detail with the feet, you do got toe articulation, which you probably had guessed. Feet, they even have the loop. They go back all the way. They go forward only about this far. They got a little bit of tilt. Back and forth. And I tried to color code the mixel joints because they can only come in the colors as you see here, so I tried to optimize that the best I could. You got forward, you got back, you got a hinge right over here. This one's loose, this one's stiff. You probably can imagine why. Bolt joint in the head, which means you get up, down, left, right, tilt, tilt. All the stuff that you would ever want from a Takua. And Jala is the same exact way. Now let's go into the function. Let's go ahead and put one to the side and grab the other. And we slide this in here. That tabs in. So gently. Go ahead. And then you go ahead and flick. And there goes the disc. It launches pretty far. Do it again. Tap. Press, flick. Now, as you can see, this is a perfect example. Is that due to the connection here, you know, parts can come flying off, which is probably why they didn't do a throwing function. Now, there probably were other ways to do a throwing function, but at this scale, I wanted to be as minimalistic as possible with it, which is why it's built the way it is. Keep it simple. Use as few pieces as possible. I say that, but then you look at the legs and you're like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of pieces. Or maybe not. Maybe it's less pieces than the feet of the official. I have no idea. But anyways, point of the matter is, you know, I tried to keep it simple, and it works for the most part, as you can see. And with Jala, it's the same exact way. I forgot to grab the disc all the way from over there. Ugh. But Jala is the same way. just go ahead, attach, and I'm gonna try flicking it from the elbow, the upper arm, with the feet pinned down like you typically would with your official. And it flew into the ether, which that actually works better. Well, yeah, so that is the play features for Takua and Jala. And now let's go straight into size comparisons, because you're probably wondering how big these guys actually are. Here he is compared to good guy, the Chaz of Chads. He will be your husband. Whoop. Here he is with bad guy, and he will kill your husband. Whoop. Here he is compared with a Tahunga build, so you got a size comparison with a Tahunga build. Here he is with gift with purchase stars. Wow, you know what? The stars actually looks better. Here he is compared to Toamata Tahu, Mass Toa Fire. Whoop. Here they are compared to Metro build, so you got a size comparison there. Whoop. Here they are compared to Kopaka, Master of Ice, so you got a size comparison there as well. Whoop. And that's about it. Now, when it came to building Takua and Jala, I really want to emphasize what made the most impact in terms of pop culture and references, because like 2001, 2003, the golden years was a good choice for the LEGO designers when it came to trying to figure out what to base the GWP on. Now, for this, the direction I went with it was the memes that came with Takua and Jala, as well as the MNOG game. Now, not everybody played the Flash games growing up, including myself. I never played the Flash games. Never had a PC in the house until much, much later. And I still haven't played MNOG to this day. I probably should do that, but I haven't. But the point still stands that the memes were the most consistent thing throughout the golden years. So I picked Takua and Jala because Jala, obviously, Takua, and Takua being Takua for the most part of the film, as well as in the games. You play as him, you go ahead, walk around, run around, all that sort of thing. And also, he had a very interesting color palette. I changed the backpack to the dark azure to match with the Flash games, because I don't know why they picked brown. I don't have no idea why they picked brown, but they picked brown. Even though they could have done this. And I went for a more blockier approach, as you can see with the backpack, the heads, the arms. It's definitely blocky, makes it feel more like a brick. The feet are probably the most abstract thing and not as blocky. There was a previous design that it did with the feet, but considering how much Greeble was already implemented into the legs to begin with, I decided to go all out with it. So there is a little bit of mixed aesthetics with the build. And I feel like there could have been a way to implement the throwing mechanism better. I've done some in the past, back in like 2017, I believe, with my slicer revamps through a pin and axle connection. Do you like this rendition of Takua and Jala? Do you want to see me make a Tahu? Which that will be interesting because I am liking orange. Do you want to see a different approach? Maybe fully Technic? Because we can do Technic. Technic is possible. Technic cars are still coming out, and a whole bunch of other Technic related vehicles and sets. Mostly vehicles. But there is Technic still being produced, and they keep making new sockets, especially in Ninjago and the Buildable Figures set. There's sockets. Sockets still exist. Technic still exists. So, what are your thoughts? Should it be Technic? Go back with the original, or should it go full system? Let me know in the comments below. But anyways, this was a fun build. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.